Alright guys, welcome back to the 50 Factor. We're going to do another meal prep video today. And today you'll notice we only have 4 trays out. That's because this is the last 4 days of school for this year. So what we're going to use today for our meal prep is one of my favorite, butternut squash. Then we're going to take some New York strips. We're going to cook 2 of them and we're just going to cut them in half and we're going to put them in there. And then we'll do 1 boiled egg in each container. So that'll give us 2 proteins and then 1 for fiber. The thing to remember is when you are on a high protein diet or a protein based diet, you have to have some fiber in you to be able to get your food to gut through your system. Okay. Another, I think I've talked about this in the past. Another alternative is if you can't stand eggs, if eggs upset your stomach, and they do mine sometimes. So what I'll do is I'll go with this egg white protein powder. This stuff is, I'm not recommending any brand to you or anything. I'm just telling you that this is a plant-based protein product. Seems to work very good. So I'll take some of that and mix it with some of this because I like the strawberry and make a shake. So in the mornings for breakfast for the week, probably what we'll have is some kind of fruit smoothie. And then for lunch we'll have this combination with the egg, and then for dinner we'll have chicken breast smothered in something, I don't know, and then some kind of vegetable, steamed vegetable, or maybe even some rice, and then we go from there. So I'll prepare this, get it all set up in trays to show you the finished product. Okay guys, just real quick, I've got 2 air fryers. I've got this one and then I've got this one over here. So if I don't feel like going outside and grilling, which I do like to grill, but today is just a day we're really just trying to get through this and get meal prep done. So if you'll take those New York strips, they're the thin cut ones, and you put them in the air fryers for about, I don't know, 400 degrees for about 8 minutes or so. They're pretty good and tender, so you want to do that. And then of course we got the vegetables in the microwave, the steam bag vegetables for 5 minutes. And then we're trying to reach boiling point here with our eggs, and as soon as we reach that, we'll let them boil for about 6 minutes or so, and then take them out, and we'll use that wonderful egg sheller that I rave so much about because it's such a good product. And then we'll show you the final product when it's all in the containers, and I'll talk to you briefly about that, and that'll be meal prep number 2. All right guys, so here's our final product. Remember that I put that New York strip in there. They're thin cut. I like mine about medium. So you can see that being thin cut, about 8 minutes is all I let it run. It's still got a pretty good color on the inside, and it'll continue to cook for a minute or 2 more after you take it out. So about 400 degrees, about 7 minutes probably, something like that. The butternut squash take a grand total of 5 minutes to steam in the bag. And eggs, like I said, you don't want to do it any more than 6 to 7 minutes after you reach boiling point, probably on the low end about 6 minutes, and they just shell out beautifully. Okay, so that's what we'll be eating this week. You say, well, what do? You only do this when you work, on days you work? Yeah, because it's more regimented that days. Days that I don't work or I'm off or whatever, what I'll do is sometimes make a bag of trail mix, and then like if I make trail mix, like I'll use, you know, macadamia nuts or walnuts or pumpkin seeds and put some raisins in there. You may want to put a little sweet in there, like maybe mix in some M&Ms or something like that. Put them in a bag, shake them up. You can make it a heck of a lot cheaper than you can buy it, okay? And it's just another quick way to make a snack. But this is meal prep number 2. Really easy to go by. If you break it all down, probably for a whole week, if I had 5, if I had 1 more, I would spend less than $5 a meal, even with the steak. Okay, you can't buy lunch anywhere that cheap. All right, so make sure you stay hydrated, drinking, you know, as much water as you can handle a day, and we'll talk about that on a different day. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.